So holographic theory. That's where we're at now. So we're finding all kinds of new theories. This one's not really a new theory. This is like a 25-year-old theory, but it's interesting. I'm gonna read this article here. This is physics.org, phys.org. It's just gonna explain very simply what holographic universe theory is and the funniness behind this. Whether you believe this or not, there's all kinds of different things. Simulation theory. There's all kinds of different theories now that are coming out, but they all have some merit. They all have grounds in quantum physics and such, which makes them plausible. It just kind of makes it neat, right? So here we go. So a UK, Canadian, and Italian study has provided what researchers believe is the first observational evidence that our universe could be a vast and complex hologram. Theoretical physicists and astrophysicists investigating irregularities in the cosmic microwave background, or the afterglow of the Big Bang, have found there is a substantial evidence supporting a holographic explanation of the universe. In fact, as much as there is for the traditional explanation of these irregularities using the theory of cosmic inflation, or otherwise the expanding universe. Excuse me. The researchers from the University of Southampton, UK, University of Waterloo, Canada, Perimeter Institute, also Canada, INFN, Lisi, Italy, and the University of Salento, Italy, have published findings in the journal Physical Review Letters. Holographic universe, an idea first suggested in the 90s, actually 97, I think it was, is one where all the information that makes up our 3D reality plus time is contained in a 2D surface on its boundaries. Professor Costas Skenderis of mathematical sciences at the University of Southampton explains, imagine that everything you see, feel, and hear in 3 dimensions, and your perception of time, in fact, emanates from a flat, 2-dimensional field. Well, this will make the flat earthers go crazy. The idea is similar to that of ordinary holograms, where a 3-dimensional image is encoded in a 2-dimensional surface, such as in the hologram on a credit card. However, this time the entire universe is encoded. Although not an example with holographic properties, it can be thought of as rather like watching a 3D film in a cinema. We see the pictures as having height, width, and crucially depth, when in fact it all originates from a flat 2D screen. The difference in our 3D universe is that we can touch objects, and the projection is real from our perspective. In recent decades, advances in telescopes and sensing equipment have allowed scientists to detect a vast amount of data hidden in the white noise or microwaves, partially responsible for the random black and white dots you see on an untuned TV, left over from the moment the universe was created. I think that's kind of funny. That's it. Sorry, excuse me. I'm still getting over this cough a little bit. It's funny that when you see that in the black and white on your TV, that's like left over, you know, microwaves and waves from radio waves and such from the beginning of the universe. Kind of bizarre to me, but it's what it's said to be. You could tell me anything. I don't really know, so I just have to take your explanation of it for face value, I guess. Using this information, the team were able to make complex comparisons between networks of features in the data and the quantum field theory. They found that some of the simplest quantum field theories would explain nearly all cosmological observations of the early universe. Professor Skendris comments, holography is a huge leap forward in the way we think about the structure and the creation of the universe. Einstein's theory of general relativity explains almost everything large scale in the universe very well, but starts to unravel when examining its origins and mechanisms at quantum level. So yeah, it works in all the big, but then when you start getting really tiny, it starts to break down. That's where you get quantum mechanics from, right? Scientists have been working for decades to combine Einstein's theory of gravity and quantum theory. Some believe the concept of a holographic universe has the potential to reconcile the two. I hope our research takes us another step towards this. Excuse me. Scientists now hope their study will open the door to further our understanding of the early universe and explain how space and time emerged. So, interesting stuff there when you can get a theory that actually would answer both, because that's, like I said, that's the problem. You get one theory works, or this other, you start getting it down to the quantum level, and it's like, nope, not so much. So, just goes to show how little we know. But if we are on on some kind of hologram or simulation theory, as my buddy Joe likes to say. Yeah, it's interesting to say the least.